Hi, guys. Hello, hello. All right, Ophiuchus, let's go ahead and get on into this one. And what I'm going to ask is the question, what is it that's making Ophiuchus really attractive right now? Sometimes it's nice to just focus on our lead character and also kind of look at the snapshot of who they are right now at this moment in time. Oftentimes in stories, it goes down the rabbit hole of talking about everybody but our lead character. And because we have the slot canyon behind me, it's a great to me anyway, it's a great imagery of like the internal self. So we've got an Eight of Wands. So first off, we have a very dynamic, communicative, forward motion kind of character. So Ophiuchus, what's making them attractive is that they are willing to be progressive. They're willing to talk about different things. They're willing to move in different directions. They're willing to be proactive in their life and take action in their life, which is really nice. We have the Magician. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Anything that is a blockage or any place where there's a lack, and anytime there is a karmic person that is standing in the way, Ophiuchus says, "Oh, look at that. They're in my way. Guess I'll go around them." And that's it. And Ophiuchus finds a new way to like circumvent problems instead of saying, "Oh, great. This is so unfair. Look at this. They're in my way. I can't move forward. This is no good." This Ophiuchus doesn't get blocked. They just find the answer. They find a way around the problem that they're facing, which is, I would say, that's a really refreshing. Now, this Ophiuchus, by the way, I don't know if they have a real love for old nursery rhymes. We kind of see like a Mother Goose here. They could have a very childlike nature, a very innocent energy to them, or they could have. I want to say it's like a cute something or other, like a toy or something that they hold on from childhood, or they have the old book of nursery rhymes, or they kind of like rhymes and then later on in life, became like a songwriter or a great lyricist. Sometimes little rhyming limericks or something might come easily to a certain person. That may be a gift that they possess. But those limericks can turn into, Grammy award winning songs and stuff. So is it Grammys? Is that, yeah, gramophone? Yeah, that would be songs. So I forget all the different names of, the Oscars, the Tonys, the Grammys. I forget which is which sometimes. We have the Wheel of Fortune upright. Everything that this Ophiuchus does is powered by their heart. They have had a massive turn of good fortune in their life or are about to. And it's all coming from the things that they create from their heart space. What a lovely character to have this much like personal intention to grow, to move forward, to be successful. And it all comes from this really beautiful space. We have a Three of Wands. Again, it's about progress. It's about moving forward. If Ophiuchus has had, I'll say, some challenging times in their life, they may have had several very specific life lessons, none of which were probably easy, but they learned them and they learned them well. And that has allowed them to kind of like set sail into the future now, thanks to the fact that they have been receptive to the lessons of life. Not every character is willing to do that. So kudos to this particular Ophiuchus. We have a Ten of Pentacles. Talk about abundance. I feel like this character has either is in the process of accruing quite a bit of wealth or carrying on a family legacy, or they have a strong connection to their family legacy, maybe their heritage. And that is something that lifts them up. They like things like culture and history. This could be a character who is very intrigued by historical places. They may be have a pretty good grasp of history because they realize there's a lot of richness, there's a lot of abundance in learning about the past and about the steps that we've all taken to get us here to where we are now. This is a character who reflects a lot on the values of the lessons of the past. So this Ophiuchus is super, they're very integrated. Their past, their present, and their future, all of those matter to this character, but they matter in the healthiest of ways. They pull out the best lessons. They don't say, "Oh, I'm so sad because in the past this bad thing happened. This person was mean to me. This person wouldn't give to me." They go, oh yeah, one time there was this person that wouldn't give it to me, so I had to go around them, and that taught me how to keep moving forward. And then I met these other people, and then I looked for advice from this source and that source, and I coupled it all together, and then look at where I am today. This is an Ophiuchus who could have had a job loss. They could have had a big setback in the financial sector. They could have had, and it could have been an unfair thing because this is a karmic energy. This could be somebody that decided that they didn't want Ophiuchus to be successful there because it'd make them look bad. So they canned Ophiuchus. It's the best thing that ever happened to Ophiuchus if that's the route it took, because Ophiuchus instantly started to manifest something better. Sometimes there's an attitude of like, you know what, if the game is fixed, why would I want to play with you anyway? Never mind, I'll go start my own game. This literally could be an Ophiuchus that is falling back on talents that they have and producing something of their very own. This could be somebody who's about to be very successful as their own business person. They may discover that whatever the skill set is that is near and dear to their heart, that skill set, that talent could be something that they didn't even realize was like an inherited gift. They could feel very close to their ancestors because of the way their life is progressing. So it's funny how the more we look to our future, sometimes the more it connects us to our past. And that's what I see for this character. It's all because of a major setback. Ophiuchus does not care that somebody put up a blockage. They went around the blockage and they became more successful in spite of it. All these things make this Ophiuchus very attractive. Now, their sense of financial independence and growth is also going to be very attractive, but it's more about the way they create it. They create it because they're so dynamic. They create it because they always operate from the heart space. Somebody looks really good in red. Somebody could grow really interesting orange flowers. We have some columbine flowers. And I can't think of the name of these. It's not gazania, but I'll say gazania. It reminds me of gazania, but that's not quite the right leaf pattern or petal pattern. But there are beautiful orange gazanias. But somebody could really have quite a nice green thumb, or maybe they just like wildflowers. I always think this story or this card makes me feel like it's a connection to like England somehow. We have a 5 of Cups. When Ophiuchus faces things that are losses in life, they handle their grief with great beauty and grace also. They may do something symbolic to, send something. They look at it more like a transformation of energy. It's time to release this and the confines of one energetic way of being and transform into another form of energy. And I see them do something symbolic that is the way they deal with grief. This is probably the magicness of, if that's a word, magicness of why they can always move forward in life. There are losses that our character has gone through or will go through, but it's the way they look at loss that makes it so that they don't get lost in their grief. They deal with it and they allow the transformation of things. An ending is only a new beginning. That's all that is. I really think this is describing what would make our Ophiuchus an attractive character as a person. Some zodiacs got stories about what makes them, like sensually attractive, but this storyline is like what makes Ophiuchus such a beautiful person. And we see so much of this progressive energy, so much of this intellect that helps them to move through life and move through obstacle. We have the Devil, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the 2 of Cups. Someone will be breaking away from a very toxic connection. This is not Ophiuchus. This is the person who's right for Ophiuchus has had to learn how to break away from something that held them back and confined them. Remember, Ophiuchus was dealing with a situation that tried to confine them or hold them back, and they didn't allow themselves to be held back. There is someone else out there that is going to be a great match for Ophiuchus. who has needed to break away from someone toxic. This could have been an ex. This could have been any scenario that a character has. It could be a Capricorn, or someone was dealing with a very toxic Capricorn. Um, if they break away from that, they're headed straight to Ophiuchus. And I think that they will have the courage to truly break away, just like Ophiuchus has truly had the courage. Ophiuchus's match is somebody that is as strong as themselves, somebody that's as beautiful a person as they are, someone who can break away from the toxic by sheer, power of, personality, and say, I'm not doing toxic stuff. I'm going to move on from toxic stuff. I don't know if they already know Ophiuchus and they're breaking away because of Ophiuchus. It's very possible that the way Ophiuchus is releasing themselves and moving forward in life and always growing and always embracing the new, Ophiuchus could have actually grieved the loss of this relationship and said goodbye to them in their own way and just gone on with their life. But let me tell you, if that's the case, this person is busting back into Ophiuchus's life. That grace that Ophiuchus showed to release things that weren't working out, even if it was their Two of Cups relationship, has somehow inspired this person to break away from whatever obstacles they had. Ophiuchus has to do it. Why shouldn't I? Just because there's somebody that's clinging or somebody toxic that doesn't want to let me go, it's up to me to break away from it. Just like Ophiuchus didn't let anything get in their way, so I'm going to do it too. Ophiuchus is a huge inspiration to this person, but I feel like they share that same, some similar journey. Ophiuchus had somebody tried to hold them back, tried to prevent them from growing, and Ophiuchus wasn't having any of it. That's exactly what their Two of Cups person has to do as well. I can see why Ophiuchus would be so attractive as an inspiration, as somebody who moves forward in life no matter what, as somebody who goes around obstacles, and as somebody who can let go of things. It's like, hey, if it's not meant to be mine, I will let it go. Not everything that I want is going to work out. I'm okay with that. But that's actually where this is not true. This is something that is just right for Ophiuchus. It's just somebody who's lived possibly a very similar obstacle to Ophiuchus. So I think Ophiuchus is instrumental in helping them to break away. All right, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks so much for your lovely energy. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I will see you guys again very soon. Bye for now.